Hey guys, how's it going? Gambs here. I've seen some discourse lately with a lot of people who spend every waking minute of their lives consuming Japanese media, wondering, should I learn Japanese or not, and how do I do it? And I've weighed in on this, a little bit. I've just said, yes, you should. And, you just got to do about 6 chapters of Genki 1, get your hiragana, katakana down. What should I say? Like, do core 2000, core 6000. You can just basically Anki your way all the way up. But today I wanted to talk about some of the practical considerations that come into making this a part of your life. Because it's not that hard, really. A Japanese 5-year-old can speak fluent Japanese, right? Are you dumber than a 5-year-old? No, hopefully not. So really anyone who speaks any language can do this. Some people say it's ableist if you tell people that they can learn Japanese. Like, no, like literally anyone who knows any language can do this. So I'm just going to walk you through how you might want to approach this problem. Okay? First of all, there's finding free time to do this. And there's some obvious stuff, like, if you're on the bus, just do a couple Anki cards on your phone. Like, you have free time. You're commuting, you're walking to places, you can put Anki on your phone and do this stuff. But really, if you want to do like more than a couple cards a day, you need to think about your own personal considerations and where you can find the time. So if you are in high school, you should be doing about 10,000 Anki cards a day, okay? Because the expectations for you in school are so low, And when I say Anki cards, I mean or Anki card equivalent. So what I would do, because we weren't allowed to have phones in school, I would print out, a gigantic vocabulary list of, Japanese stuff and just study in school. And the people next to me would be like, Gambs, this is calculus class. Why are you learning Japanese? This subject isn't even offered in our school. And I, ignore them. They don't know what to do or what you should do or, what everyone should do, right? They're lemmings. Ignore them. So high school, you should literally be studying 100% of the time Japanese. Ignore the teachers, do the homework. You need to still graduate, but they're going to let anyone graduate, even if you don't turn in homework, even if, you just have to show up really in high school. So yeah, be physically present, but your mind is on the Japanese, okay? University is a little bit harder because the requirements to graduate are a little bit harder. You can't just show up. You have to turn in the homework. You have to take the tests, all that. You should be aiming for about a 2.0 GPA. And throw the rest of your time on it Japanese, okay? So when I was in university, I was doing a couple thousand Anki cards a day, and I still graduated with a decent GPA, all that. It depends on what your major is, what your class is, and all that. But like I did electrical engineering, computer science. I did fine while doing thousands and thousands of Anki cards a day. Obviously, number one, don't show up to lecture. Don't get a girlfriend unless she's Japanese. Don't drink because unless you can study drunk, some drugs are going to be really good for helping you study. Like take all of those drugs, obvious stuff, right? If you find Anki boring, just like smoke a bowl or something, you're in college, you can do whatever you want. Now, when it really gets tricky is if you have a full-time job, like you have to clothe and feed yourself and all this, or even a part-time job if you're in university, whatever. This is where, the pandemic and remote work really plays to your advantage because you can be on a Zoom meeting and just basically tune out, mute yourself, and do the Anki cards. The problem with this is people might notice that you are not really there, you're not paying attention, they might, call you out on it. You have to have excuses ready for when this happens. Like what would be nice is if you get like a tape recorder with a dog barking and you just slam that button and then, dog bark sounds come up. It's like, sorry, I can't hear you. My dog was barking. Or like, toggle the Wi-Fi, pull the Ethernet cable out of your computer, disconnect it, Comcast, What could I do? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that when you reconnect, right? So yeah, I mean, like there are ways to make this happen. I don't care if you have a full-time job and all this. You can make your 10,000 Anki card a day dream come true. If you really want to do this stuff, if you really want to be good at this, find a remote job that just expects you to like turn stuff in, like making websites or something, like, contractor type work. If you're in the US, there's a minimum wage. It's like $15 an hour or something. They have to pay you that, right? But what you can do is you can go to like Amazon Mechanical Turk or something and hire some Indian dude to do that job for you for like $1 an hour, right? And that's, he's still like, he's living in like tiny village in India. $1 an hour is great for him. $1 an hour. And you just pocket the $14 an hour and you study. You just do your Anki cards, okay? And like, if you get a couple of these things running, like, you don't have to worry about losing one of your jobs or whatever because of poor performance, because some like Indian dude's making the websites and it's probably not very good. You just you want to make a cushion. You should be making about like $60 an hour and just get like 4 of these, right? This is like for the entrepreneur mindset type people. Otherwise, just get your remote job to do the stuff I said before. Another practical consideration that comes in is, if you have friends or family, they might get concerned when you are doing 10,000, 20,000 Anki cards a day. You're not calling home, just like your girlfriend is unsatisfied. They might stage something like an intervention, or they might say they're concerned about you, whatever. Here's the thing though. If you are learning Japanese, chances are you're going to move to Japan because this is the best place to study Japanese, right? It's a country where everyone else is better than you at Japanese and they're going to really help you out. Moving to Japan is great if you want to learn Japanese to read eroge or whatever. So the thing is, if you're in Japan and your friends and family don't know Japanese, you're going to abandon them anyway. So just cut them off right now. Like, if anyone tries to stand between you and your dreams, which is, reading like, some light novels in Japanese, you just cut them off. They're gone. Okay, so with these tips, you can do like a couple 10,000 Anki cards a day. And you're going to get pretty good at Japanese. But what if you want to be the best? Because the thing is, other people are doing this. Like, they're losers. They don't have friends and family in the first place anyway. Whatever their needs, they don't have jobs. They're doing the 10,000, 20,000 Anki cards a day too. So this is something that not a lot of people talk about. But if you want to be better than them, you don't necessarily have to study more. What you can do is make them study less. Okay? So one of the things you can do is like open up the script to something like a Nitro Plus game, Fate Stay Night, make up a word, like a plausible word. And like, this is why Fate Stay Night is great, because Nasu always makes up words, but usually they're plausible. Like, he'll take like the kanji for like shiboru, like to wring something, and like make it like shimaru, like tight squeezing or something. Like, they're kind of similar, right? But what you want to do is you want to make up a word that just like, it's plausible-ish, like it's using like N5, N4 kanji or something, but like how do you read this, right? So like, you want to take like ushinao, like the kanji there, and just put like a mi on it, and then like throw another verb at the end of it, like just like some weird word that maybe Nasu would have written. Open up the Fate Stay Night script, put that in, take a screenshot of it, post it on 4chan, okay? And just say, how do you read this, right? All of the other people who are good at Japanese or want to be the best are going to try to figure out how to read it. They're going to waste so much time. And while they're doing that, you're doing Anki, okay? So like, you really want to like squeeze out every advantage you can get over these other people. And, that's kind of what it takes to be the best these days. We all have internet connections. We all have our light novels, all that. When I say light, I mean like DSC, right? Not a light novel, because don't read them. You're not going to improve your Japanese. Anyway, these are the tips and tricks that I personally use to really get my edge. And, I hope they were helpful for you. See you later.